Welcome into the Kansas City Chiefs Report. I am your host, Harrison Graham. Follow me on Twitter at HGrahamNFL. Also, like the video if you love the Chiefs. We'll get to your questions here. We'll go ahead and start with Brian Case, hashtag Chiefs or Super Chat. Do you think Andy Reid should get fired? I do. I mean, Adam Gase could do better. I see it's going to be a hot take Q&A today. Okay, that's what we're here for. We'll answer any questions. No, Adam Gase sucks. And that's the end of that. Look, Andy Reid will probably come out and say, I should have done a better job. I'll say this. I'm just going to throw this out there. Was the Britt Reid situation a distraction? Andy Reid's son gets involved in an accident 2 days before the Super Bowl. Could be in legal trouble. We'll see what happens. You wonder if that played a distraction. I'm not saying that's why they lost. I'm definitely not saying that. They lost because the Bucs played better, but you know, could Andy Reid have been distracted? He's dealing with stuff going around his son. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. Bucs deserve to win. I'll be curious to follow that storyline, though, as the offseason progresses. But no, Adam Gase sucks. Andy Reid's a top 3 NFL coach. Don't overreact to one game in the Super Bowl when you're playing with a bad offensive line and some other injuries as well. Sometimes you get your ass kicked. That's what happened in Super Bowl 55. Ruthless Monk, hashtag Chiefs. Where was Sammy and Demarcus Robinson? They are gone next season. Sammy didn't play a ton. I don't think the cap's right. He gave it a go. I think he had the one catch in that game overall against the Buccaneers. One catch, 13 yards. I think it was his only target as well. You knew he probably wasn't going to be a big factor, right? Like, we talked during the week. Yeah, he's been great in the playoffs, but he was questionable leading up to the game. So that just is what it is. Demarcus Robinson, I think he's gone. Byron Pringle got snaps over him in the playoffs. One catch, 11 yards for D-Rob. If you want to bring him back for the minimum, that's fine, but he's a number 4 receiver at best. We'll see what happens with Sammy. I'm guessing he's gone next year, but he didn't have a great year. He was hurt a lot. Maybe he takes a cheap one-year deal and comes back. We'll have to wait and see, but he definitely wasn't a factor in Super Bowl 55. Now, if you love the Chiefs, like the video. Look, I know we're all upset that the Chiefs lost the Super Bowl on Sunday, but hey, you know, you got to a second straight Super Bowl. If you love the Chiefs, if you're a true fan, like this video. Big offseason ahead. We'll see what moves Kansas City makes. They have some decisions to make with their roster, but like the video, I'm still fired up about the future of this team. Hey, it was a fun season. Hopefully the Chiefs are back in the Super Bowl next season. Like the video if you haven't already. Sansana, hashtag Chiefs. I think our defense played pretty good. How do you think? Really good early. First 2 drives in the Super Bowl, the Chiefs' defense was really solid. After that, I thought they got hit in the mouth pretty hard in the second quarter, if I'm being honest. They were fine in the second half, held them to 10 points. C+ type of game. The offense did not help. I will say that. You would expect to hold Tampa under 30. I thought 30 was about the number in this game. I thought if you could score 30 points, you would win this game. You gave up 31, so about a point or two there. But if the Chiefs' offense sustains more drives, maybe hold them to 27, 24, something like that. End of the day, defense was average. I thought they made a big goal line stand in the second quarter to maybe get a little momentum, but Travis Kelce had a big drop on the next possession. They lost because their offensive line couldn't hold up. It's as simple as that. 9 points, you're not going to beat anybody in today's NFL, and this is probably the worst offensive outing of the Patrick Mahomes era. 9 points, not going to get it done. Defense, average, but not good enough. Killa Zoldik, hashtag Chiefs. Should the Chiefs kick out Breeland, Wylie, and Remmers? Breeland was pretty good this year. He wasn't very good in the Super Bowl. Mike Evans cooked him, but Mike Evans against Breeland, probably not a great matchup. Andrew Wylie, Mike Remmers, they're fringe starters, backups for a reason. Wylie's a guard who's having to play right tackle. He stunk. I'll say this. Mike Remmers, I know you're not expected to start at left tackle in the Super Bowl. That was bad. He was so freaking bad in that game. I mean, I don't want to rip on the guy, but that was embarrassing. I mean, he is not going to want to watch the tape on that one. Use hashtag Chiefs to get your questions on the show. But, man, I'll tell you what, Mike Remmers, an absolute disaster. What is the Chiefs' biggest need this offseason? How about offensive line, anybody? We'll see if Laurent Duvernay-Tardif comes back after a year off. Lucas Niang, the rookie tackle, maybe he factors in. I don't think Eric Fisher is going to be back for week 1. I was team cut Eric Fisher, but now I'm like, hell, if he's ready, bring him back. That was a horrible display at left tackle. I think you got to figure out your offensive line. I think your defense is fine. You choose one of your corners, Ward or Breeland. L'Jarius needs your other corner. Boom, you're good to go. Maybe you add a linebacker, but I think the defense is more than good enough if your offense is at full strength. Got to protect Mahomes. Mahomes was running for his freaking life in the Super Bowl. I'm surprised he was still breathing by the end of the game. Got to fix the O-line. Maybe it's just getting healthy as well. We'll see what happens. Hopefully Mitchell Schwartz is back at right tackle. I think that's a storyline to monitor this offseason. Izzy World, #Chiefs. Should the Chiefs find a new punter? No. Townsend was great this year. Yeah, he shanked a couple early on. Who cares? That wasn't the story. Tommy Townsend was top 5, I believe, in net punt yards this year, on average. He's a good punter. He had rookie jitters early on. Shanked one, dropped the snap, shanked another one. Wasn't great, but you know what? I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, he had a bad game in the Super Bowl, he's gone. He was great this year. Tommy Townsend's a good punter. He's young. He's cheap. There's no reason to go find a new punter if you are Kansas City. Appreciate the question, though, Izzy. Sansana, Chiefs receivers didn't help Patrick. True. It felt like they didn't really try, especially Tyreek. I'm not going to question effort, guys. Sometimes you just play bad. You don't want it to happen in the Super Bowl, but Tyreek dropped the touchdown. That's true. Travis Kelce dropped the key first down. Also true. Darrell Williams on a literal miraculous scramble play from Mahomes. He was literally parallel to the ground, Mahomes was, when he threw it. Sidearm sling, hits Darrell Williams in the face mask, and he drops it. Look, he didn't get enough around him. I said that on our reaction cut video after the Super Bowl on Sunday night that you needed more help around Mahomes in this game because the offensive line couldn't get it done. He didn't get enough help. It's just as simple as that. You had to make the plays where the ball hit you in the hand, and it didn't happen, unfortunately, for Kansas City. Valentine's Day is almost here, just 4, 5, 6 days away. You got to take advantage of Pro Flowers. Our partnership with them, we appreciate those guys. 15% off when you go to this link, chatsports.com/flowers. That's chatsports.com/flowers. Tons of flower arrangements available. You got gifts, you got spa packages as well at chatsports.com/flowers. That link will be in the comments. It'll be in the description. Take care of your wife. Take care of your girlfriend. Hey, take care of your mom too. Send her some flowers at chatsports.com/flowers. That's chatsports.com/flowers. Go ahead and pick some up for 15% off today. Got time for one or two more. Cole Lambert, we need O-line, receivers, corner, or draft. What do you think? I think you mean in the draft. O-line's number one. You got to make a decision at receiver, though, because you have Tyreek Hill and McCole Hardman under contract. That's about it. I think you'll probably re-sign Byron Pringle for cheap, and then maybe you draft a receiver in the middle rounds. I don't think Watkins or Robinson are back. The Chiefs aren't going to have a lot of cap flexibility, so you're probably going to have to let Watkins go. And D-Rob, he just kind of got phased out at the end of the year. I don't think he's back unless it's for the veterans minimum, so we'll have to wait and see. Corner, I think you pick Breeland or Ward, probably the cheaper one, and you roll with him, Snead, and Rashad Fenton slides in as your nickel corner, and you go to work. I think you're just fine with what you got back there. Predict the Chiefs' record next season. Base it on a 16-game schedule. I think they're going to go to 17 next year, but just guess it on 16 games. 14-2 this year. I think it's a 12+1 team. I'll say 12-4, 13-3. They're going to be the hunted team again, them and the Bucs. Everybody's going to give them their best shot. But that happened this year, and they went 14-1 before they sat their starters in Week 17. So I'll say 13-3. I think the Chiefs will be really good next year, and they'll have a chance to make another deep playoff run. So predict it for me. What are you guys thinking? And if you want to be back next year, we got to get through the offseason first. Daily Chiefs videos all offseason long. Hit that subscribe button. Share that link below with a friend. It's youtube.com/ChiefsTV. We're going to keep you guys up to date on the Chiefs all offseason long. The latest Chiefs news, rumors, free agency targets, draft picks, free agency signings, all of it. We'll cover it all. youtube.com/ChiefsTV. EVS Dragon, do you think Tom Brady is the GOAT? Yes. Of course he's the GOAT. He was the GOAT even if he lost this game. Now, what I said was if Mahomes wins this game, sure, it's something to start thinking about. Could Mahomes 10, 12 years from now surpass him? Now that gap's even wider because it's 7 Super Bowls to 1. So Brady's the GOAT. He deserves it. But Patrick Mahomes has a great career ahead of him. So the Chiefs are going to be just fine. Rando Man, will the Chiefs go through a Super Bowl slump? No. I think they're going to be back in no time. Seth Sturkey, defense scared to play second half because of flag party first half. Maybe. I will look. I'm not blame refs guy, and the Chiefs got their ass kicked. They deserve to lose. But I will say, I mean, there were some questionable PI and holding calls in the first half. They only gave up 10 points in the second half, though. I think Chiefs defense overall was fine in the second half. But, yeah, I mean, I do think the Chiefs got rattled by some of those calls. You could tell Tyrann Mathieu was not happy with what was happening out there. So maybe there's something to that. I'm more in the camp of the Chiefs got their ass kicked, so they lost the Super Bowl. Scooby-Doo, how long do you think Mahomes will stay with the Chiefs? His entire career. Maybe it's one of those Peyton Manning scenarios where he plays 1 or 2 years somewhere else at the very end, but Mahomes is under contract for 11 more seasons. So I don't think he's going anywhere soon. This guy's going to win multiple Super Bowls. Don't worry. He's been to 2 already. Should have gone to 3 if D Ford hadn't lined up offsides, but that's just the way it goes. If we didn't get to your questions, follow me on Twitter at HGramNFL, and we'll see you very soon on our next mailbag.